When you hear Caribbean, what comes to mind? Luxury resorts, all-you-can-eat buffets to infinity pools overlooking perfect beaches? Yeah, that's part of it. But it's far from the full story. Because beyond the resorts, past the curated experiences, there's a Caribbean most tourists never see. A region bursting with history, culture, adventure, and raw, untamed beauty. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more travel content. Today, we're exploring the Caribbean differently. No cookie-cutter vacations. No predictable itineraries. Just real islands, real stories, and unforgettable experiences. Let's go beyond the resorts. Dominica. The nature ISL and welcome to Dominica. Not to be confused with the Dominican Republic. This is something entirely different. Nicknamed the Nature Island, Dominica is one of the most untouched places in the Caribbean. There are no massive resort chains dominating the coastline. Instead, you get rainforests, boiling lakes, and over 300 rivers. Dominica was one of the last Caribbean islands to be colonized by Europeans. Why? Because the indigenous Kalinago people fiercely resisted. In fact, Dominica is home to the largest remaining indigenous population in the Caribbean. The Kalinago territory still exists today. Fun fact, Dominica's boiling lake is the second largest hot lake in the world. It literally bubbles like a giant pot on a stove. What to do? Hike to Boiling Lake, challenging but unforgettable. Swim in Trafalgar Falls. Go whale watching. Dominica is one of the few places where sperm whales live year-round. Travel hack, skip peak season. Visit between May and June for fewer crowds and lower prices, but still great weather. Jamaica. Beyond Montego Bay, why Jamaica is famous. But most visitors never leave Montego Bay or Negril. And that's a mistake. Jamaica's story is one of resistance and resilience. From the era of slavery to independence in 1962, the island shaped powerful global movements, especially through music. This is the birthplace of reggae and legends like Bob Marley. But Jamaica isn't just music, it's food, language, and community. What to experience? The Blue Mountains, home to one of the world's most expensive coffees. Portland Parish, lush, quiet, and far less touristy. Local jerk spots, not resort versions, but roadside grills. Fun fact, Jamaican patois isn't just slang, it's a full linguistic system with roots in English and West African languages. Travel hack, use route taxis instead of private transfers. They're cheap, fast, and give you a real feel for local life. Just ask locals for guidance. Curaçao. Colorful and culturally rich Curaçao looks like a painting, literally. The capital, Willemstad, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, famous for its bright Dutch colonial buildings. But there's more beneath the surface. Curaçao was once a major center in the transatlantic slave trade. Today, that history is acknowledged through museums and cultural spaces that tell the full story. The island's culture is a blend of African, Dutch, and Latin influences. Most locals speak Papiamento, a unique Creole language mixing Portuguese, Spanish, Dutch, and African languages. What to do? Explore hidden beaches like Playa Lagoon. Visit the Cura Holanda Museum for deep historical insight. Snorkel in crystal-clear waters right off the shore. Fun fact, Curaçao sits outside the hurricane belt, making it a safer year-round destination. Travel hack, rent a car. Public transport is limited, and the best beaches are off the beaten path. St. Lucia. More than HONUI Lucia is often marketed as a honeymoon destination. And sure, it's romantic, but it's also wild, dramatic, and full of adventure. St. Lucia changed hands between the British and French 14 times, earning it the nickname Helen of the West Indies. That mix still shows today in the language, food, and culture. What to experience? The Pitons, iconic volcanic peaks you can hike. Sulphur Springs, the world's only drive-in volcano. Local fishing villages like Onslow Ray, green figs and saltfish. the national dish, is a must-try. Fun fact: St. Lucia has produced 2 Nobel Prize winners, more per capita than almost any country. Travel hack: stay in guest houses instead of resorts. You'll save money and connect more with locals. Haiti. History that changed the world. Haiti is often misunderstood and often overlooked, but it's one of the most historically important countries in the world. Haiti was the first Black republic and the first nation to successfully overthrow slavery through revolution in 1804. That victory reshaped global history. Haitian culture is rich in art, music, and spirituality. From vibrant paintings to compa music, creativity is everywhere. What to see? Citadelle La Ferrière, the largest fortress in the Americas. Jacmel, known for art and architecture. Local markets filled with handmade crafts. Fun fact: Haitian art is globally recognized and collected, often telling stories of resilience and identity. Travel note: travel here requires planning and awareness of current conditions, but guided cultural tours can offer safe and meaningful experiences. Trinidad and Tobago. Festival and Flevo. Trinidad and Tobago is the Caribbean at full volume. This is where culture explodes, especially during Carnival. Carnival here is the largest and one of the most vibrant in the world, full of music, dance, and elaborate costumes. It's also the birthplace of steel pan music, the only acoustic instrument invented in the 20th century. This might be the most underrated food destination in the Caribbean. Think doubles, roti, and spicy street food influenced by Indian, African, and Creole traditions. Fun fact: Trinidad has one of the highest biodiversity levels in the Caribbean, great for birdwatching and nature lovers. Travel hack: if you're visiting for Carnival, book everything months in advance. Prices skyrocket fast. The Caribbean isn't just one thing. It's not just beaches. It's not just resorts. It's history, struggle, creativity, and life. Each island has its own identity, its own rhythm. So next time you think about visiting the Caribbean, go deeper, explore further, and discover the stories waiting beyond the shoreline. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe, because we're just getting started. Where should we go next?